Hi, it's me again, Ramirez. I just realized what that looked like. Um, what was I gonna say? Right. I felt like I went a little off kilter, um, because I wasn't giving a balanced perspective. Um, because I like being very neutral in the game. Everybody plays a game. If you listen to the media, you're playing a game. If you're in any subculture, if you're choosing your words carefully, or if you're trying to avoid any subject matter, you're playing a game. You're playing to a tune, right? Like that's how I view it. Um, and I felt like I kind of got lost in that in the thing that I'm most passionate about, and I feel like I needed a. I just felt that way most of my day. I should actually preface it that way because that way it makes more sense. Um, I don't know. Brother-in-law came over. He dropped off some stuff. Do not remember how this happened, but I was just on YouTube, and this guy. I need to remember where to point. This video came up, recommended to me, and I don't know if I did. I ever mention? Either way, this gets into something very simple. Gnostic teachings and a lot of religion, uh, its foundation is usually something in the physical. It's usually something that we could see, and I don't know, like there's this whole inner and outer seeking thing of you. If you understand your inner, you also understand the outer. And I watched this video only because this guy looks like my uncle. Like I have an uncle who all of his daughters and all of his family live here in LA, but he refuses to leave the ranch. Like he still owns property out in the middle of nowhere. He has a bunch of farm animals. Like this dude's I think he's almost 70, but he refuses to like he doesn't care. He'd rather live out there than live in here. Really crazy guy. So I clicked on the video and I'm still kind of shook by what I heard. But he says something very, very interesting, and he'll say it too. But please bear with me. Some people hear the word Bible and kind of tune off, but it's more. He even mentions something about art, and I'm not saying that the Bible is art, but I'm saying that in order for you to view these other aspects of the Bible, you kind of have to view it from a perspective of art, right? Because you know what I mean? Like Psalms is poetry to some degree, so it's you have to be able to what is it, deciphering or having that comprehension. But either way, I'll just play this guy. Hold on.
There's a verse of scripture in the book of Genesis. Now just hear me and take it for what it's worth, okay? When God is creating man, he says, "Let us make man in our image." Now it speaks in the plural there. God, there's one God, says, "Let us make man in our image." And he speaks in the plural. So I believe that when God made man in his image, that means God is a Trinity, and he made man a Trinity too. What does this have to do with anything? Just trust me. If you watch any of my videos, just trust me. It's going to be interesting, okay? And I'm not going to be hammering on you. I think man, and when I speak throughout this video of man, this applies to women. This is humankind, okay? We're a Trinity. We're made up of three parts: body, soul, and spirit.
Okay, I'm gonna pause because it's a very long story. But while watching this video, it just occurred to me like this is one of those things that some occult secrets or secrets of whatever the occult would be, right? Gnostic teachings or scriptures are representation of the physical world that we live in. And you know, if anybody knows, like the Illuminati agenda, mind, body, soul, 666 is a representation of mind, body, and soul. Most people would not know that. And why the agenda is so prevalent to kind of trapping you into some aspect of. He brings it up. Actually, I'm just gonna skip to it. I want people to watch this video. I know it's Stat and Pox that watch me, so watch the video. Because the story is really, I couldn't word it any better, dude. Like, even I'm in awe of, like, whoa, this dude just blew my mind. Because it's what he says at the end. Where that I was just like, whoa, this was, hold on, let me mute myself.
My own heart. David was a great warrior. He was very renowned in battle.
Okay, hold on.
We have a very unbalanced world today, full of imbalanced people. So just, it's a concept I know that maybe might be new to some of you, but just sit down and take thought sometimes. And you feel like there's a big hole in your life. You feel like you're not getting, and I don't mean getting as in money and jobs and stuff, but you're not achieving what you were intended to achieve. You may be only a third of a person. You may be only 2/3 of a person. There may be an entire swath of you that you've never considered, that you have abandoned, and that you have left off. Religious people do the same thing. All right? Religious people who have no sense of soul, who have no sense of the physical. That's where you get these fat, loud, out-of-shape religious people who, if they thought they could get away with it legally, would burn you at the stake because you don't believe what they believe.
And I was like, whoa. Right, it's because his explanation just tripped me out. It's because how some people get thrown off kilter, right? Like, there's many generations of us that are off balance, off kilter, right? Like, it's either our mind, our body, or our soul that's off balance because there are things we aren't addressing, right? And I look at this guy and I already know and would assume that he's not somebody that reads occultic literature. He wouldn't even know who Aleister Crowley is. He wouldn't know anything about the agenda. This man looks like he lives a very, I don't even know what to say, right? Like, in my mind, there's no way he would know that. There's no way he would even read Gnostic literature, let alone the Zohar or something like that, right? And it just blew my mind how everything that we read in, like, right, I could say that this concept stretches 3 different books that I just named. But somebody who just lives a fulfilling life, somebody who lives a simple life, understands that through, I think the 3 examples he gives is a trip he has with his sons when they go complete some work. The second one is I can't remember, but the one that speaks loudest to me right now is the soul part. How you need to look at art. You need to look at something beautiful. You need to go out and look at something creative because it somewhat satiates the soul. Like, and he says that one of the artworks that inspired him wasn't even something that was like a masterwork. It was like The Widow and Child or something like that. It's a Victorian painting, and that inspired him. There's a lot to be said of and the reason why that spoke to me the loudest is because I watch anime. And the reason why I watch anime is because I watch it like storytelling. Some people would be like, oh, you watch the boobies. And I'm like, no, I actually like watching the comedies, the gags, the slice of life, the vanilla life experience ones, because I don't know, to me it's like a telenovela in a sense where I used to watch it. I used to watch telenovelas, but I'm saying, like, anime, I watch it to satiate the soul because I want to have a good laugh. I want to just forget for like 30 minutes and just entertain myself with something else. yeah, just to watch the video. Great stuff.